Hi, this is Marcel of Marcel on Tech, and in today's video, as the title suggests, I'm going to be sending back my Pixel 7a, and I'm going to explain to you why I'm going to do that. Let's get into it. Right, so as I mentioned in the intro there, this is the Google Pixel 7a, and it is a good device, but it has some fundamental problems with it. Now, as you may know, if you've been following the channel for a while, I have already reviewed the Pixel 6 Pro and the Pixel 7 Pro. So this device only came out recently, and I've been testing it over the last week and a half or so. And I just have found fundamental problems in, one, the heating. It gets too hot too quickly, doing weird and random things. Sometimes it's charging, sometimes it's not doing anything. Sometimes it might be importing. What I do is I do an awful lot of nearby sharing, and that process works very well, so that's not a problem. But the biggest issue I've had with this is trying to edit and manipulate video. So I use onboard software such as CapCut in order to edit the videos that you put up on YouTube. This one couldn't handle it. It couldn't handle the video that I had created on another device. It wasn't very large. It was a 4 GB file, but the import was fine. It had it on the device, but it just could not install or import it to CapCut. That's a huge problem for me. I've used CapCut on smaller videos on this device, but that just wouldn't work. And obviously for my main form videos, that's very, very important. So that as a fundamental function was a big limitation. The other problem that I have with Google Pixel phones in particular is that the only photo gallery that you have is actually the one that's Google Photos. Now, it's a good standard, useful gallery, but there are problems when it's not connected to the internet. So because there's so much going on regarding being connected to the internet, if you're not, anytime you try to crop, edit, change, in terms of just filtration, if it's not been uploaded to the Google servers, it just takes an age to do it, and it's really boring. Whereas when you have any other device which has their own gallery, such as Samsung, for example, everything's on board, so it's very, very slick, and it works very, very quickly. So I find that very frustrating. The final reason is because it's too small. The screen size, I like small phones. I have to say, I do like small phones, but I've become a fan of the boxy shape, which this is, but I was spoilt by the Google Note 10, which I still feel has a fantastic form factor as well as a brilliant screen, and zero bezels. I don't like the bezels on this. There's too much, it's too large. You do kind of get used to it, but I just don't like the form factor of this screen being that little bit too small, and as a result of the size of this thing, the battery life is also inadequate. Now, that is something that's really common with Google Pixels, but they tend to get a little bit better with software updates. So hopefully what Google will do is push out more software updates for this device specifically to control the thermal and the battery consumption as well, because I may fill this up over the day, I may fill this up to begin my day, and then by 4 or 5 o'clock, I've been doing mediocre use on here, from messaging to a little bit of YouTube, and I'm already down to like 30%, and I'm not even getting to 9 p.m. before the battery looks like it definitely needs charging. Now, it does have wireless charging, so I do have a wireless charger here, but because it's so slow, it doesn't make a huge difference. The wireless charging is not fast enough. If I leave it on there for half an hour, I've only maybe got an extra 20%. So it's not very, very fast, and that is a limitation. So I'm going to be boxing this up and I'm going to be sending it back because I just don't feel like it's good enough to warrant the current price. When this drops in price and drops down maybe to $350, something like that, it's going to be a steal when that happens. This is a great device, and I love the color. I do like the design. So I interrupt the video as to why I'm going to be returning the Google 7a with another discovery, which was that I was just trying to film some close-up shots of some wireless earphones for my upcoming video. And the focal point and the focus for the 7a using video or for the camera, stills camera, was actually really bad. I couldn't get it to focus on the items. And then it even says to me, move back for better focus. I do that, it gets better. I try and get closer and it just cannot get focus at all. So really bizarre for a Google phone, unexpected, but again, another good reason as to why it's going back. But what I am really looking forward to is the Google Fold. That is going to be an epic phone. I can't wait to get my hands on that. So hopefully, with your support, I'll be able to do that as well. So otherwise, thank you so much for watching. Let me know what your experience is with the Google 7a if you've got one. And if you've got any questions, put them in the comments below. But otherwise, a sub is very much appreciated because it makes all the difference to this channel. And I'll see you very, very soon in my next video. Take care. Bye-bye for now.